You know, one long-standing nemesis of the Nigerian economy is crude oil theft. NNPC GMD, Mele Kyari, has let it be known that the country lost a total of $1.5 billion between January and March 2022. Now, facing the House of Representatives Committee on Petroleum Resources, Upstream, on Thursday, Kyari called for the establishment of special courts to handle cases of crude oil theft, pipeline vandalization, and operation of illegal refineries in the country. But hear this. President Buhari has sought the approval of the National Assembly for 4 trillion naira for petroleum subsidy in 2022. Different strokes. Yusuf.
This is a very, very sad thing.
What is sad?
The humongous oil theft that is happening in Nigeria. And it's under the watch of President Muhammadu Buhari.
No, but hold on. They say 80% of the oil
is beyond 80%. When you break it down, yes, it's beyond 80%.
Lekon, can you hear what I'm hearing?
It's beyond 80%. There are several reports. This is what I did. There are several reports. So it's beyond 80%. And the Minister for Petroleum is who? The President.
Number one.
Unfortunately, not many people are talking about it. You see?
But you are now.
Yes, maybe because, see, when you go to Bonny Terminal, it should not less than 200,000 barrels of crude oil per day. Today, it only collects only 3,000. The remaining is lost to theft.
No.
I'm giving you.
No.
See,
Yusuf, lost to theft.
Yes.
Lost to theft means that they will still be stealing these barrels. Look on here, be stealing the barrels, and people are seeing them.
Please, let's be serious now. Let's be serious.
No, be more serious than I am.
No, okay, let's be serious. You see, former MD Seplat, one of the big, players there, yes. Put his own figure at over 80%. Yes. Let me say 80%. Tony Elumelu is also a big player. He was even extremely hungry, saying, okay, how can the country be losing 85% of its crude oil to thieves? And when they bring joint security teams to come and help, the attractive thing, like a magnet, they also get sucked in, and the problem persists. Nigeria is losing heavily. The operators, especially the foreign, investors, are losing heavily today.
And we are liking it.
We are looking like we are helpless. Oh, you saw the.
But do you know
the GMD? You watched the GMD on TV. Who was angry? The House members interrogating him, or he? How many of them? This is something that should bring a national outrage.
But do you remember the same House indicted service chiefs as being complicit in the stealing of oil?
Then what happened?
If you ask me now, who I go ask?
That is impunity.
Okay.
Impunity. The House members what did they say after the whole thing? Who was angry? How many people were the ones angry? They just say, we will cooperate, we will continue to assist, we will see what happens in 2 months. This is not what started yesterday. This has been going on for more than 1 year. And if you see the report month by month, you will map.
Lekon, in addition, we can talk about pipeline vandalization. And there, multiples of, hundreds of millions of dollars are paid for a so-called preservation of the pipelines. We're in trouble. by choice.
Are you aware that a lot of security people in Nigeria now, they take the job of security not because they want to do the job or they believe in it. They want a job to start with so that they can get a daily paid. But more importantly, they want access to that resource that they are supposed to protect and steal it and compromise. That's why you go to the bank, they greet you in such a way that you are even wondering. You go to ATM machine, the way the security guard greets you, you are afraid that he may jump you. You know, practically everybody is. I was listening to a telephone call by Yellow Fever the other day, and he was telling his friend, "Come and join us. Any day you go home with something."
Yellow Fever is a traffic warden.
Yes. Yeah. So that just tells you that people who join the
uniform service.
Yes, they are not doing it because they want to, because they are patriotic. They want to do it because they want a job to just employ me, and then secondly, they want access. They want access.
I don't know
so
what
that is the problem. So don't you remember about 2 or 3 months ago, Governor Wike set some people like after this illegal or shall we?
But you know Governor Wike declared 19 people
they
wanted.
Pick people, they pick people who were supposed to be charged.
Have they been arrested?
He said that the police officers should not come to River State anymore because they were the ones who are compromised.
And which
they were
also
the ones that were compromised.
Which provokes the question: does the governor have a right to declare anybody
I agree. But let him play to the gallery, just so that at least we know that he's concerned.
All right. The second leg to the story is the president is asking for 4 trillion naira from the National Assembly. He wants to fund fuel subsidy.
And I can bet he's already got it. And this...
You are scooping the story.
The National Assembly,
they say
the president has always got it. So why will I, think otherwise?
But I'm not tempted to believe you because the Senate president had said we are not a rubber-stamped assembly.
Then we have the talk. Walk your talk.
Okay.
Don't tell me. Let me see it in your action. The actions of this National Assembly, I can bet it. He has already got it. He has already got it.
Different strokes.
It's so sad. This National Assembly.
Okay. But they are watching you.
This, I'm happy that they are.
Okay.
And many of them I know, and so probably some of them know me too. We are Nigerians, and if we have to say, that's our impression of the work they are doing. They represent us. They are not there because of themselves. They are there because of us. So, 4 trillion. Then what is again? What is left again in the budget? When the biggest part of the budget will be on deficit, borrowing.
But we are yoking needlessly from man-made nuisances.
Citizen Jones, last week, or was it this week, the deputy majority leader said some absurd things, and I just shook my head. I thought I didn't hear her very well. That, talking about insecurity, that the executive branch is not living up to its expectation. Rather than call the president to order, he says, why don't we shut down the
National Assembly?
Who is failing in his responsibility now? Is it the National Assembly or the executive branch?
All of the above.
Don't you think you should call the president to order and let him understand that things are going wrong? If the president, who is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Nigeria...
The number 1 citizen.
No. He's the commander-in-chief. He's the chairman of the police council. He's chairman of the security council. And he's also the minister of petroleum resources. Has the yam and the knife, if you like, to ensure that... And he's a retired major general, a former military head of state, who must have some power, pack some power in his fist,
must... And former petroleum minister.
Yes, some 43 years ago. This individual ought to know what to do because of all these things that he packs together. He is not doing that. And National Assembly is rather seeking the easy way out by approving how many billion?
4 trillion.
4 trillion.
4 trillion.
How much is the budget for this year? 17 trillion.
17, yeah.
So you are looking at almost trillion. 1/3 of the... Now, and we are going to be borrowing to fund the subsidy. That is the sad part for me.
Even the budget.
The budget. Do you understand? We are... I think it was Padadeboye who said that 80% or 90% of our budget is spent on revenue, is spent on servicing debt. Isn't that scandalous?